Everyone talks about compound interest like it is magic. Einstein supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. Every financial guru mentions it within the first 5 minutes of any wealth-building video. Your parents probably mumbled something about it when you opened your first savings account. But here is a brutal truth that nobody tells you. Here is the dirty little secret of the financial world. Compounding feels like a complete lie for the first several years. You invest diligently. You check your accounts. And the growth is pathetic. You are contributing $500 per month, sacrificing your weekends, ignoring the new iPhones, and your portfolio went up by, what, $80 last year from actual returns? That is less than a single day of your salary. The math does not seem to match the hype. The magic feels more like a slow, agonizing drip of disappointment. So, you start wondering if everyone has been exaggerating. You start thinking that maybe compound interest only works for people who start with $100,000. But for normal people starting from zero, it seems like a cruel joke. You figure you will be dead before this financial snowball actually gets rolling. I want you to listen to me very carefully. You are not doing anything wrong. You are just standing at the worst possible vantage point to appreciate what is coming. Today, I am going to expose a mathematical pattern that the top 1% use to stay disciplined while everyone else gives up. It is called the 8-4-3 rule. Once you see this pattern, you will never look at your investment portfolio the same way again. Because compounding is not slow. It is backloaded. The massive gains are hidden in the later years, completely invisible from where you are standing today. Let me show you exactly how this wealth explosion works. The 8-4-3 rule describes how long it takes to hit sequential financial milestones when you are investing consistently. Specifically, it reveals that reaching your first major milestone takes approximately 8 years. Doubling that amount takes only 4 additional years. Doubling it again takes just 3 more years. 8 years for the first chunk, 4 years for the second, 3 years for the third. The timeline accelerates violently, even though your monthly contributions stay exactly the same. This pattern explains why 90% of people quit investing right before the magic actually starts working. Let's walk through the concrete, undeniable math. Imagine someone investing $10,000 per year. That breaks down to roughly $833 per month. They are earning an average annual return of 12%, which is reasonable for a long time horizon in the index funds. They are starting from absolute zero. Phase 1. The grind. After 8 years of consistent, boring investing, they have contributed $80,000 of their own hard-earned money. Their portfolio has grown to approximately $123,000. The gains from compounding amount to about $43,000. Not bad, but certainly nothing earth-shattering. During this entire 8-year stretch, your friends are financing luxury cars. They are posting vacation photos from Europe. And you are sitting there, looking at a $43,000 gain, feeling like a fool. This is the exact moment when the weak abandon the strategy. They look at their modest gains, compare them to the hype, and conclude the math doesn't work. They stop contributing. They raid their accounts to buy a depreciating asset to feel better about themselves. They die financially. But watch what happens to the person who survives Phase 1. Phase 2. The crossover. After just 4 more years, at the 12-year mark, they have contributed $120,000 total, but their portfolio has grown to approximately $241,000. In just 4 years, their account nearly doubled. The gains from compounding have exploded to $121,000, now exceeding their total contributions for the first time. This is the crossover moment. This is the point where your money officially starts working harder than you do. Your portfolio is now generating more wealth while you sleep. than you are generating while you work. And then comes Phase 3, the absurdity. After 3 more years, at the 15-year mark, they have contributed $150,000 total. Their portfolio has skyrocketed to approximately $372,000. In just 3 short years, their account added more value than it did in the entire first 8 years combined. 8 years to reach $123,000. 4 more years to reach $241,000. 3 more years to reach $372,000. The contribution stayed constant. The returns percentage stayed constant. The only thing that changed was the size of the base that was compounding. And that made all the difference in the world. This is the 843 rule in action. It is not a magic hack. It is simply what the back end of an exponential curve looks like. The back half of the journey delivers dramatically more value per year than the front half. Most people never see this acceleration because they do not have the stomach for the first 8 years. In the early years, your contributions dominate your returns. If you are contributing $10,000 a year and your portfolio is worth $30,000, even a great 12% return only adds $3,600. Your contribution is 3 times larger than your return. The growth feels painfully slow because your sweat and blood are doing all the heavy lifting. But by the time your portfolio reaches $200,000, it is generating $24,000 in annual returns. Adding another $50,000 might only take 2 years because your returns are now contributing twice as much as your deposits. By the time your portfolio reaches $500,000, it is generating $60,000 in annual returns. Your original $10,000 annual contribution has become almost irrelevant. The portfolio is literally printing your entire annual contribution every 2 months through returns alone. This is why wealthy, long-time investors often describe the later years as feeling like cheating. The numbers grow so fast, so violently, that it feels illegal. But it is not illegal. It is just math rewarding patience. Let me address the psychological trap that destroys beginners. When your portfolio is small, market volatility feels like it is erasing your life. You contribute $10,000. The market drops 10% and wipes out your gains. It feels like you are running on a treadmill that keeps sliding backward. This frustration is exactly what Wall Street wants you to feel. So you panic and sell your shares to them at a discount. Listen to me. During the early accumulation phase, a market crash is not a tragedy. It is a massive, generational sale. Will explode your wealth during the 843, will explode your wealth during the 843 acceleration phase. The investors who build real, terrifying wealth are the ones who smiled and kept buying automatically when the market crashed. Volatility is a feature, not a bug. So, how do you apply this today? First, identify which phase you are in. If your annual contributions are larger than your annual returns, you are in the 8-year grind. Expect it to be slow. Your only job is to increase your contribution rate and survive the boredom. Do not look for magic bullets. Do not start day trading out of desperation. If your returns are roughly equal to your contributions, you are in the 4-year transition. The snowball is moving. Your primary job is to not interfere. Do not withdraw a single cent to buy a luxury watch. If your returns dwarf your contributions, you have entered the 3-year acceleration. You are playing a completely different game now. Your money is your hardest working employee. Stop evaluating your financial progress by looking backward. Looking in the rearview mirror only shows you the slow grind. Evaluate your progress by looking forward. Ask yourself where the curve is heading, not where it currently sits. The wealth is already locked in mathematically. The massive portfolio already exists. You just have not reached the part of the timeline where it becomes visible yet. 8 years feels like a lifetime when you are living through it. 4 years feels substantial. 3 years passes in a blink. And then you are standing on the other side, looking at a portfolio that generates more money while you sleep than your boss pays you when you are awake. The choice is simple. Quit in year 5 and buy a depreciating car to impress people you hate. Or shut your mouth, put your head down for 8 years, and buy your absolute freedom. If you are ready to survive the grind and reach the acceleration, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's build real undeniable wealth together. I will see you in the next one.